How the hell we doing? Wayne Gravatt with fishheadvideos.com. I'd ask you to look at the bottom of the screen there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That way you get notifications in the front. A little side note that I'm looking back at some of our other videos, and I noticed that the videos that have the names of the actual bug, let's say like the case we're going to do today, in Mayfly Emerger. I like weird names for my flies, as you noticed, but for whatever reason, they don't get as many views. It's like, come on, folks. Some of these ones with the really strange names are really good flies, so let's watch those too, huh? With that, let's look at the fly we're going to do today. This is a Mayfly Emerger. Not to be confused with a prior video that we did that was called March Brown Emerger, which is a different bug. Some people call that a March Brown spider, and it's a soft hackle. This fly is the simplest of simple. It's very simple. It's really effective. The way that I fish this fly, though, I fish this fly, it's a CDC fly, but I fish this fly with oftentimes with a tandem with another fly as a nymph. So I wait. I put on a sinker and I fish this in a 2-fly, probably as the bottom fly. And I have really good luck. And again, so easy to tie, it's ridiculous. All right. With that, let's look at the materials, what we have today. Okay. For the wing, this is gray CDC. The tail, and you could use any old hackle. This is just grizzly hackle. That's going to be the tail. The body is just Red Heart yarn, really cheap. You could dub this body. You could use floss for the body. There's a host of things that you could do. The hook is a dry fly hook. This will be a size 14 dry. Any dry fly hook will work here. And the thread in this, and it's totally dependent on the mayfly that you're representing, both the colors of the wing, the colors of the tail, and the body color. You can change it any color that you want, any mayfly. Doesn't matter. All tied the same way. So with that, let's get this fly going. But it bothers me that those some of those weird names, people aren't even hardly looking at them. It's like, what's going on? Okay. This light is okay? Okay. Okay. Again, like with every other fly, we're just going to put on a nice thread base. Okay, get rid of that little tag. So now we're just going to go to this saddle hackle. We're just going to grab, I don't know, 20, 15, doesn't matter. Right in there. Grab it from the stem. That way you keep those tips nice and even. Okay, for that length, we probably want to go about the length of the hook shank, maybe just a little bit shorter. Cut those tags up. When you tie in that tail, come up. Come up to about the midpoint. And then just keep that right up on top of the hook, just like that. Notice how I keep in control all the time. I'm keeping hold of that hackle to keep that nice and straight and bunched up together like that. Good. And again, this fly is super effective. It's so simple that I think a lot of people wouldn't even fish it because they wouldn't think it would be good. But I saw a guide fish this fly on the big hole, and he later showed it to me, and the guy was killing him. Okay. I'm going to tie both these in at the same time. So notice how I'm going to the front of the hook. So I'm going to leave myself ample room for the head, and then I'm just going to put them both in at the same time. Could I tie them in one at a time? I could. But again, when you're tying commercially, time is money, and for you, to save some time is good too. So I'm just going to advance that thread. I can't believe how simple this fly is. So I'm just going to wrap that up. I'm just going to make slight overlaps when I wrap that yarn forward. And again, you could dub this body. Doesn't really matter. But this fly is not a floating type fly, as one might think with that CDC. Okay, now I'm just going to wrap that silver wire in there, just like that. Nice parallel wraps. And then like that. And I'm not a big helicopter guy, but if we can do it. See, and this wire is a little too heavy. That works fine in really light wire, not as well in a lot of the wires that I do. Okay, if that piece of wire sticks up, just kind of move it over with your nail. Okay, now I'm just going to take 2 pieces of CDC, and I'm going to, they're concaved, so I'm going to put them curve to curve. So the fronts of each one are together just like that. If you can see that, maybe see it like that. Okay, now I'm just going to set that right on top of the fly, just like that. Hold it in place. Basically just tying it in like a downwing. Get rid of the tab. Nice tapered head. And my company has changed, this thread is from Italy. I like Danville thread, which is a US thread. I prefer it over this thread, but I don't know now. They changed manufacturers on it. Nice whip finish on it, just like that. Stand it up just like that. Little head cement. Now tell me, you can't get much easier than that. That is simple, and it's super effective. You'll be surprised at how good this fly is, and you won't feel bad if you're losing them. That's the other side about it, other than just having to tie a new outfit. So once you get out there, tie this fly. Again, experiment with a lot of different, any mayfly pattern will work. Any mayfly. Well, you can tie this pattern, just change the colors of the body, the wing, thread, and you got what you need. So I encourage you to get out there. I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, but get out there, fish this fly, and give them hell. Thanks for viewing.